Yeah, look at that. Isn't that sweet? Yeah.
Dog. Cat.
And cat, turtles, fish.
And there's a cat in that room, and then there's a cat up there. And yeah. Anyway, this is how far I've gotten on my king hauler. Right. Got the rear suspenders all done her up. Really cool though. I like this way. I like the way this thing's working. Although I don't like this drive shaft system. But you know, what do? Make do or change it, and I'll change it eventually. I also want to cut some of that foam that I have, like RC Workbench. I know I'm saying that wrong. Like the stuff that he uses for his to do his seats up in his Defender. You cut a small piece of that and put some grease on it, and then you take the drive shaft out and slide it into here. Just use like a little hole punch so you get a little piece that just fits in there. Slide it in there, and it helps to stop it from rattling. But as you can see, these go in all the way, so you have to be real careful. Don't use too much. And yeah, so there's that, eh? It works. It's looking pretty good. I'm happy. Excuse me. I got the fuel tank brackets on. I got the battery box brackets on, front shock mount, and the front end for the leaves in the front. And yeah, so yeah, I got like still freaking bazillion nuts and bolts and countless other stuff to go on, like so much stuff. I was saying in one of my videos that I want to extend it. I'm still thinking about doing that, but I do not want to drill all these fucking holes. Sorry. I got some stuff that I got to be mailing out. Anyway, I'll tell you about that in a sec. So anyway, when I get this thing fully built, that's when I'm going to think about taking it apart again, and you know, painting like my pants, sweet, eh? And painting stuff like this yellow, and this one yellow, and same on the other side, and maybe the brackets. They're plastic, you know, all these brackets. Painting them yellow because the body's going to be yellow. So I'm thinking most of the black plastic on here is going to become yellow to help match the body, make it look nice, except for that stuff. I wanted to paint the frame too, but that'd be too much of a pain in the ass. And a lot of these little holes are threaded, which is kind of good, but fortunately I have that nice nut and bolt set that Fraction RC sent me, so down the road, because as many of you know, when I build stuff, I try to build it, you know, good. Let's just say I build my shit incredibly well because I'm extremely neurotic about it. So, anywho, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so some of the bolts that thread in, I mean, I use Loctite on everything that goes into steel, like the ones that hold the diffs in place on there. Anything that goes into the body has to get thread locked. But on some of them, I'm probably gonna change them out to nut and bolts later on. For now, because I'm not very good at modifying stuff as I build it. I'm better off building it than take it apart later and modify it, because then I can make sure everything's gonna work. I'm putting a 55 turn motor in it. I'm not going to stick the gear reduction box in it right away, because to do that I would either have to shorten my drive shaft or extend the frame, because the tranny has to, well, the whole tranny has to come back a bit, because with the gear reduction box it sticks the motor out another 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches, which it sits right behind the servos, so there isn't that much room, so you have to slide the tranny back. And that means that my drive shaft is going to be too long. So, like I said, I can either hack my drive shaft up, but there's the drive shaft, as you can see. I think it's aluminum. I don't know. I don't have a magnet out here to check it right now. I will find out in a minute, or not in a minute, but whenever I get ready to put it together. I mean, I can find some tube that'll fit over it, cut it, and then if it's steel, I can braze it, but these look like they're aluminum going into here, and I don't know how they're attached. I don't know if they're threaded. I don't know how those are affixed to that. So, you know. Or what I can also do is, what are you doing, cat? Oh, with animal toys. Anyway, I could cut it off right here where the shiny meets the black. Cut it off there. Or I can take apart when I'm checking some other drive shafts, those pieces that I have. You know, we all have like leftover junk. I don't throw away my junk, but I might have some of these pieces that are the same as this on some junk parts, and then I can, you know, cut them off there, and or cut them off wherever I can, and then make my own drive shaft out of brake tube, custom length. So then maybe I can still stick the gear reduction box in there, keep my length the same. I would like to extend it though, because like the body ends about here, and then the wheels. And most of you know, if you know, you look at a semi truck and usually there's a bit of a bigger gap. This truck just looks like it's a little bit short. I can't remember the name of that style of truck. You know, with that nose like that. I know the ones that are flat, they're called a cab over, but I don't remember what those are called. If anybody knows, please let me know. I'm curious. I don't remember. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm just kind of tinkering. I thought I'd give you guys a little update of where I'm at. I guess while you guys are here, I can find out what I have to do next. He's my little helper today, aren't you, Kaya? You helping me today? Are you helping me today? Yeah, you helping me? You helping me? Oh, look at my buddy. He's my buddy. Yeah, hi, hi. Hey, little buddy. Look at that mouth. Brr. He actually, before he came into my life, when he was up living with Sarah's mom, something happened to him. I mean, he almost got killed. Whoa, you're gonna fall off the couch. He almost got killed by a bigger dog. Dog had him in his mouth and was shaking him. And as you can see, his bottom jaw, okay, also was a little bit fucked up, and this leg is twisted, and he stands on it like crooked because it was broken and it was never set. But we still love him. Anyway, he's safer now. His life's better, aren't you? You're lucky dog, aren't you? I saved you. Anyway, got the disc put together. I didn't lock the disc because, you know, when you lock it, it puts a great deal of stress on the rest of the parts, and I can't afford to fix it, so I'm just going to leave it stock right now, put it together, other than the gearing. Got both discs done, mounted that on. Ah, there we go. I'm working on the shocks next. And then I put on the shocks, and then I'm going to work on these linkages, and I'm not, obviously I don't have the servos in. That was one of the first things, but I don't have any servos that'll work good. I thought I did. I checked them, but the ones that I have are junk, so I don't have servos. Yeah, and then I'm going to move on. And eventually, I want to change the steering knuckles for this thing, because the way they're set up, like they're plastic and pins go through this way and this way, like all these parts kind of conglomerate together, and the way they're connected, it's sloppy. Like the whole thing is kind of rickety and sloppy. It's not very sturdy or, you know, strong. So down the road, I think one of the first upgrades I'm going to be doing is getting aluminum steering knuckles for it, one piecers, because that's that. And yeah, and then I'm going to work on the tranny, and that's going to take me forever because it's an absolute nightmare. I know some people say no, they're not, they're easy. Well, I can't read very well. I look at the pictures and I figure it out that way. That's right. I'm 41 years old, going to be 42. My reading and writing and math suck, but I don't give a shit because there's nothing I can do about it. I can't learn new information. That's my problem. But anyway, so I'm going to get back at it, and I'm even going to be painting on the chrome. I'm going to paint some of these pieces yellow, like the arms. You know, just accent pieces. Touch them up. Make them look pretty. Yeah. All right, guys. There we go. That's that in a nutshell. And hopefully my big-ass LiPo will fit in there, because I'm going to use my big 8500 milliamp. Yeah. All right, guys. Remember, build with passion, be kind, and, you know, just general have respect for everybody else. All right? And if anybody has any questions about anything, if it's polite, then maybe I can help you. Like, talk you through stuff. I don't mind doing that once in a while. All right? All right, guys. Build with passion, and I will update later. Later.